All right, this is video 4.3. Today we're going to be talking about measures of central tendency. What this is really there's three different ways of measuring your central tendency that we're going to talk about. These are, if you're looking at the data as a whole, what is the center point in the data? What is the average, right? So we often talk about average as a term we use in school a lot. The mathematical term that we're going to use rather than average is mean. So mean is basically the same thing as average. So you're going to take all of your values, you would add them up and then divide by however many values there are. That's how we get your grade in school. You take all of your grades that you've gotten for your daily work and you add those up and you divide them by the number of pages that you've got in a grade 4, and that's going to give you your daily average or your test average. Okay, median is going to be the very center number. So if there's an odd number of values, let's say you have 11 grades, the one in the very middle is your median average or your median value. If there's an even number, you're actually going to have to average those two center values. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. And then mode is how often it happens. So if we're talking about your grades and you make a 100 on almost all your assignments, and then you make a 0 on one because you forget to turn it in, that 0 is going to affect your mean. It's not really going to affect your median. And your mode, the value that occurs most often, is the one that is most common, is going to be your mode. All right, so let's look at some data value sets and see if we can find our measures of central tendency. So right now we're going to find the mean, the median, and the mode of the data sets. So to find the mean, we're going to need to add them all up. So you can do this all by hand, but if you bring a calculator this chapter, you can use that in class. If we take all these and we add them all up, we would get 40. Now, how many digits are there? How many values? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to take this 40 and we're going to divide it by 7. And that is going to give us our mean. In this case, our mean is approximately, I'm going to change that to an approximate rather than an equal sign, is approximately 5.7, right? So to find your mean, you add them all up, divide by how many values there were. Your median, what's super important and for median is that you have to put them in order from smallest to greatest, otherwise you're not going to find the one that's in the middle. You cannot leave it the way it's given to you. We need to write them in order. So we're going to do 3, 3, 4, 6, 8, 8, and 8. Now we want to find the middle one. So if we go in, there are 7 values. So which one's in the one in the middle? We're going to have 3 on this side. That's the one in the middle. So that has to be an equal number of numbers on either side of them. So our median is 6. Our mode is the one that happens the most often. Now we have two 3s and we have 3 8s. So which one happens the most often? 8. So 8 is our mode. So I want you to try this one. So for our mean, we're going to add them all up. So we'll do 9 plus 6 plus 91 plus 5 plus 7. Don't know why I put a comma there. Plus 6 plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9. You're going to add them up. Get 156. We would divide 156 by how many values there are, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to divide by 10. It's going to give us approximately 15.6 is our mean. Now, if you look at that 15.6, it's technically the average. The problem is that almost everything is underneath the value of 10, except for this one right here. That's changing the average completely. Most of the time, unless you have a number like that 91, which is an extreme value, that extreme value is called an outlier. changes the mean of the data set. Okay, strong effect on it. So let's go back to the idea of your grades. Where if you have 100, 100, 100, a 95, a 95, a 99, 100, 100, 100, and then you get a 0 on something, that 0 is an extreme value that's going to change the grade completely. Okay, it has the power to drop that grade quite a bit. This 91 is changing our average and making it so much bigger than all of our other data pieces. So that's just something to keep an eye out for, are outliers that can change your value of your mean. All right, so our median, remember we have to write them in order. 5, 6, 2 6s, 2 7s, 2 8s, 2 9s, and a 91. So there are 10, which means they're not going to be even. So there's 5 values here and 5 values here. So our average are going to be our median is going to be the average of our two middle ones here. So we would do 7 plus 8 divided by 2, and that's going to give us a median of 7.5. So our mean is 15.6. Our median is 7.5. And our mode is what happens most often. Well, we have 1 5, 2 6s, 2 7s, 2 8s, and 2 9s. So we can say that our mode is 6, 7, 8, and 9. They all happen more than the others, but they do not happen more than each other. It is okay to have more than one value as your mode. All right, this is a slightly smaller set. Let's find our mean, median, and mode of this one. We're going to add them up. So we'll do 28 plus 12 plus 101 plus 53. I'm going to add that up and we will divide it by 4. So 28 plus 12 plus 101 plus 53 is 194. 194 divided by 4 is going to give us 48.5. So there's our mean. Our median is going to be right in the middle. So we're going to do 12, 28, 53, 101. So if we find the exact middle, it's right here. So we're going to need to take the average of these two. So we'll do 28 plus 53 divided by 2 is going to give us 40.5. And then our mode is the one that happens more than any other, and they each only occur once, so we would say there is no mode. So it's possible to have no mode, a single value as the mode, or even multiple values as your mode. All of those are totally normal. So click on the link and complete your homework, and I will see you later.